Okay friends, today I'm going to show you how I can leftovers. Simple to do and it's wonderful. On Sunday I made 2 huge pork roasts with the potatoes and the carrots and the onions and cabbage. Well, there was so much left over, like 1 entire roast was left over. And I thought, you know what? My family loves it when I can up the leftovers like a pork stew or beef, whatever I'm having. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. I've got it all chopped up in stew chunks. And we're going to heat this up, and I'm going to show you exactly how I can it and how it can be a wonderful addition to your pantry. Because once this is canned, it is fantastic to serve over mashed potatoes or over rice, over noodles, or just open it up and have like a stew. So, wonderful way to preserve it. So nothing goes to waste. So, I got my burner on high, medium high anyway, and I'm going to heat this all up. So, as soon as this is ready to be jarred up, it's nice and hot, I'll bring you back and I'll show you just how I do that. Okay, I want to show you because you don't want this to burn to the bottom, and there's not a whole lot of broth in here. And you don't want this to burn to the bottom of your pan. So I'm going to put a nice big coffee mug full of water in there. And then I'll get it all mixed up. And then I'll let it heat up and it'll turn out really nice. So there we go. We're going to mix that up, put the lid on that, and just let that come up to a good temp. Okay friends, I am ready to can this up. I have got my jars are clean and they're fresh out of the oven. They're screaming hot. My lids are in hot water. My canner is hot. I've got a pot of hot water on my stove, and my pork stew is hot. So we are going to start, and I'm just going to ladle this in my jars. I am going to add a little bit of liquid to this. Just a little bit more in there, because then I'm going to add a little liquid to it. Now you can use broth if you want. I'm going to just use a little bit of liquid. Want to make sure you debubble it. Okay. I'm going to put just a little more liquid in there just to top it off. I wanted about a ½ inch of head space. There we go. I'll fill this one, and I'll show you how I do these two. Very, very simple. This is a perfect way to preserve your leftovers so that they don't go to waste. This is wonderful to use over noodles or rice or even mashed potatoes, or just have it just plain. A little tiny bit more in there. Alright. Okay. So I need that back on there so this don't spatter. Make sure you debubble. Okay. And I can add just a little bit more to that to bring it to a ½ inch head space. Alright. Now, I've got a wet paper towel. It's dampened with vinegar. This jar's hot. We're going to wipe these rims off real good. Always, always wipe your rims off. I tell you that every time. Okay, now, you don't have to boil your lids and rings anymore, but you do need to put them in some hot water. Put the lid to ring on that, and in the canner these go. And I'll show you. The canner's hot and steaming. And that's it. So let me get the other two jarred up and then I'll be back. Okay friends, I got all 4 of my quarts in here. I've got my water in there and you only need a couple inches of water. I'm not going to forget my vinegar this time. You put a splash of vinegar and it keeps your jars clean and from clouding up. Okay? I turn my burner on high. I'm going to put my lid on. And I'm going to let this heat up until this spews a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes. That takes all the air out of your canner and assures that it'll get to temp. So, when that's all ready, I will put the jiggler on it. I'll bring you back and show you that. Friends, this has been spewing for 10 minutes. And I got to be able to see my jiggler here. And I'm going to put my 10-pound jiggler on here. Now, when this starts to jiggle, I'm going to time this for 90 minutes. It's quarts, 75 minutes for pints. It does not matter if it's raw or cooked. It must can for 90 minutes. So, when that starts to jiggle, I'll time it and I'll be back in 90 minutes. Hey friends, my canner is finished. All the pressure is off a little bit, so I took the jiggler off. I'm just going to open this. When you open these, make sure, mine's a stickler, make sure you open them away from you. Sometimes I have a hard time getting this lid off. Open it away from you because that steam will burn the heck right out of you. Alright, so there is my leftover pork stew. Isn't that wonderful? It was leftover pork roast and I turned it into stew. Absolutely beautiful. Whew, I got some siphoning. That's a good thing for you to experience. That about made me jump out of my skin. Okay. That's because the atmospheric pressure that was inside this canner is that different from the outside. So you're going from this hot canner to the cool air outside, and sometimes that creates a siphoning. This one may not seal. In fact, I'm just going to leave it right in there because chances are that one won't seal. So instead of running my canner for that, I may, because I have chicken broth that I have to can up. So I may, reprocess it with the chicken broth. But if not, I'll just put that one in the fridge and we'll use that one. But these ones are all done and they are beautiful. And there, you can see them a little better there. Absolutely gorgeous. So my family will love that because they love it. Whether I serve it over potatoes, rice, or noodles, thicken it up with a little cornstarch, they love it. So there you have it. That's how easy, friends, it is to preserve, can up your leftovers. Thanks for watching.